New England Candlepins is made possible through the generous support of the U.S. Candlepin Bowling Association. Learn more at uscandlepin.com. By Fico's Family Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts. Visit ficosbowl.com. By your community's public access channel. And by your Franklin friends and neighbors. Good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.
From Fico's Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts, it's New England Candlepins Fall Tournament 2014. In our fifth Sweet 16 matchup, NECP veteran Dennis Green takes on Rich Cochi from Saugus. And in round 6, Bill Clough from Warren takes on Franklin's own Rob Pigeon. Now let's roll with your host, Jay Horrigan.
Welcome, everybody, to New England Candlepins. We're here at Fico's Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts, where we are back for our third week of our Sweet 16. The winners on today's show will advance to our Elite 8, where the winners there will move on to our Final Four, where we will eventually crown a new champion in our fall series of New England Candlepins. Today's Sweet 16 matches, our first one will pit Dennis Green against Rich Cochi. Both gentlemen have appeared on our show before. First, we'll talk to Rich. Rich, you've been on the show before, and you said you've been bowling this summer?
I have been. I bowled 3 times a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
That's excellent. How have you been bowling?
Bowling really well. You know, just bowling my game, and that's it, you know.
And have you bowled against Dennis before?
I never did, no.
First time?
First time.
Okay, excellent. And Dennis, how about you? Have you been bowling much this summer?
No, I've taken the summer off from bowling. I was actually playing some softball, so I've just taking the time off. It's like to rest up.
Well, the last person that we had bowling was a couple of shows ago that hadn't bowled much this summer was Richie Myrick. And Richie came in his first game. He bowled tremendously, so that bodes well for you.
That's good. That's good then.
Well, that's great. So we'll be back with both our bowlers, and we'll be ready to start our first game right after this.
What is community without community support? Without community access? Without communication that creates a common bond? You can make community by making community TV. Contact your public access community TV center. Learn how you can help, because you can. Volunteer today. When you support your community TV, you also support your community.
We're back here at Fico's Bowladrome in Franklin, Massachusetts on New England Candlepins, and I'm lucky enough to be here with Richie Myrick and Dave Chester Cove, both very accomplished bowlers in their own right, and they're lucky enough to be joined by me, Jay Horrigan.
You got that right, Jay.
Thank you very much, Richie. First up on the lanes is Dennis Green. He's going to start on lane 15. Gentlemen, good luck.
Dave, tell us about Dennis.
Dennis has been on the show before. He qualified our 15th seed with a 317. Dennis on the pocket right out of the gate, leaving just the 6-pin.
You almost had 317 on that ball right there. That was a good one.
Just that was a tremendous shot.
And he drills it.
Yep.
Dennis bowls out of Fico's here, and his high single is a 173. Has a high triple of 430. Dennis working on the spare fill, looking for a big one. Drops 6 again, or the 6-pin again, just leaves it.
Six is an upside down thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sideways dyslexia. We'll work this out.
And he drills that for the spare. He's all over that.
Wow. That's 4 terrific balls in a row right there.
That's right. He threw the same ball twice in a row.
Let's see if Rich Cochi can come up with something similar. Now, he's the number 2 seed. He bowled a 386 to get in here. His average is not listed. wager that Rich is in the vicinity of a, what would you say, Dave? About a 120, right?
Yeah, just
Come on.
about there.
Sure. And he bowls out of Central Park.
Oh, so maybe a 117. Richie nearly converting that spare.
Now, that's not Central Park in New York. That's
Central Park Lanes in East Boston. It's a pretty tough house. Averaging 120 there is really impressive.
What, I hear you guys say it's a tough house or whatever. What makes a place seem tougher than another place?
Well, I mean, each house is a little different. You get the different gutter shapes. The owners will put different types of oil down on the lanes, new pins, sidewalls, whether they're new or old. There's a lot of different things that go into it.
So it's not the individuals actually that go there.
Well, the individuals,
Tougher
they
people?
still have to hit the pins,
Oh,
but,
I thought you meant like people. They're tougher people there. They threaten you or things like that. Okay.
not quite. Richie,
Okay.
trying for the 2 pins for the spare, played it right.
Yeah, Cochi just clipped that wood on the way by. He didn't carry the 5-pin as a result of it. Takes the 10, though.
I'll be happy with 2 10s, I think. But Dennis taking a early lead.
You know, just a little bit more on that point. I think that I like to say that a lot of these places they're a lot like golf courses. You know, you're still playing golf, but every place is a little bit different.
That is right.
And so just the little nuances. You know, for some instances, sidewalls. You don't really notice them very often, but you could see on the left-hand side of your screen, right where that just came into play, that piece of wood just came off of the sidewall. Now, some places have newer ones, older ones, different kinds of
Material.
yeah, they're made of different things, so so they react differently. Synthetic lanes as opposed to wood lanes. All these types of little nuances can make what seems to be the same type of place a completely different place.
Interesting.
It's Candlepins' version of different oil patterns that you see on 10-pin lanes.
Okay.
And Dennis with a spread eagle there. And Dennis with a spread eagle there.
So Dennis Green
So
has
6 to take, leaves the door open for Cochi to come right back.
That is right. And as always, the USCBA is a proud sponsor of New England Candlepins, and we have been for a while now. You can help support all of our programs by becoming a member today at uscandlepin.com. You can also find out different schedules on different tours, such as the Western New England Pro Tour, the Ladies Pro Tour, and the Candlepin Pro Series.
You guys are both very involved with that, correct?
I know Richie. Richie is involved. He mainly heads up the Western Pro Tour side of things. I'm more the general overseer.
Yeah, I actually run the Western New England Pro Tour as of last season, and Joe Yamokowski and Ralph and Eric Sem from French King, and you may know Ralph is the president of I believe the NBA. Is that correct?
The ICBA, actually, Ralph said.
Is it? Okay, excuse me. And so they were nice enough to give me the reins to start handling the day-to-days of the type of situation. There's a spare for Rich Cochi.
Yeah, you did that quite nicely.
Our schedule is tentative at the moment, and our first event will most certainly be in October, the first Sunday in October. Hopefully this episode will air before then. But we'll keep you posted on the Voy Forum. We'll keep you posted as well on the USCBA website, which
is uscandlepin.com.
There we go.
Excellent.
Dennis Green through the middle again, and again, hoping to get clean this up. I think
this is very
Cochi needs to hit the reset on 16 to confirm his spare. There we go.
Holds on to that extra one for a 7.
So Dennis through 5 has a score of 59.
This again, Dave, is a tough situation when you rip through the middle a couple times like that, you're tempted to make an adjustment, but you really can't, can you?
If you make any adjustment, it's a very small one, usually with where you're standing. Maybe a half an inch or an inch forward, backwards, right, left, depending on how you feel. And that's really all you should make. If you're making any big adjustment, it's the wrong move.
Some good pinning from Dennis.
Dennis with 69 through 6 frames.
Rich Cochi right in the pocket, drops 7 on his fill.
He's got the 6, 7, and 10 pin. That piece of wood looks like it's going to flatten out, and it does at the tip of the deck. Now, the reason that happens is because there's a little space between the actual lane bed and the deck itself. Cochi gives it a good bit on the left-hand side. Now, it's not a very big space, Dave, but
Oh, nope, it's about 1/8 of an inch.
your ball is actually airborne if you throw hard.
That is
Your
correct.
ball is actually airborne when you hit the pins. Just one of those mildly interesting things about Canton.
Explain that one more time.
So, for instance, there, when that piece of wood came back, Jay,
Right.
and it came to a flat stop,
Yeah.
it's because there's an actual little dip in the lane bed right before where the pins start.
Really?
It actually goes down just a little bit, as Dave said, about 1/8 of an inch. Your ball is actually airborne
Really?
when you hit the pins, yeah.
That is that is interesting. Not mildly. I would give that a full interesting.
Wow. Jay's being really nice to me in this episode. Just an 8 box for Rich Cochi, and we've got a 6-pin match, if I'm not mistaken, going into the last 4 boxes.
We're not halfway through the episode, Richie. Sit down.
There's a lot of room left.
Just
Dennis
yeah.
putting a little extra muscle on the first ball there. It leaves it hanging right. Gets just 2 pins. Dennis, whoa, what a great shot that was.
That up in a hurry.
Came right back and said, oh, well.
We'll show
Don't
that
care
in
about
slow
that first
motion,
ball,
and
yeah,
it'll go
no
just
kidding.
as quickly.
If you blinked, folks, you missed it. Oh, right in the 1-3 pocket. Gets a big 9 fill. Leaves just the 10 pin.
Brushes the pocket, and now that piece of wood, no, it looked like it wanted to come over to play for a little bit, but just going to be a clean 10 pin here.
Threw that one a little harder than I think he wanted to. That one's a little smoother. Just by.
As I picked this one up from a Canadian friend of mine, as he would say, dusting the ditch.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's a shout out to Eric Banfield in Canada. You're a crazy, crazy man, Eric.
Right. Richie hits the 3 pin on the first ball. Gets just 4, looking for the spare. Not happening in that box.
4 pins here.
Oh, Sappy's got 2 there.
That's right. That's right. There's no one way to get an 8, I suppose.
That's right. All right, Rich looking for a mark to climb back in this match. He's currently down by 17 pins, but he is opposite a 9 box. Rich hanging out 1 left.
Rich really
Gets
could use
4.
a mark.
Oh, looking to get the shot, and he converts.
That's a biggie.
That's
that
a
really is.
big
That keeps
spare.
him right in the match now. Keeps him right in the match. Well, Well, he was chasing 17 going into that box. Now he's chasing 16 minus a ball. He could cut it to single digits. Now let's see what Dennis Green has to say about it.
Dennis Green, light on the 2-pin. Drops 8, leaving the 1-8 piece of wood out in front to the just right of the head pin. Kind of, I don't think you really want to hit it. Oh, wow.
Wow, the head pin jumped right over the 8 there. That's unfortunate.
Indeed. It's the all-important 10, though. Still going to force Richie or Cochi to throw a good fill and another mark. If he throws a weak fill, he's going to have to mark out. Ideally, though, you're looking for another mark.
He's got a good mixer working right now.
Yeah. Misses the head pin, but he still gets it to fall.
Yep.
Leaves the 4-8 piece of wood out in front. And he hits where the head pin fell and does not convert. And well, he makes the $10, so it will be up to Rich. He will need a good fill and at least another mark. Big important ball here.
That was a huge miss for Dennis. Not being able to pick that spare up.
Yeah, he hung out the ball a little right, and I don't think he wanted to put it there, but unfortunately he did.
Cochi with a good ball inside of the 1-2 pocket. He's going to leave the 3, 7, and 10 pin. And there is a ton of wood on the deck, but I think he's just going to play the 3 pin here.
Yeah, I think you have to.
If he carries
I don't
the
think
7,
anything's
he
gonna
carries
cover
the
it.
shot.
And he does. Great shot.
Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot.
You can see Richie right on the 3-pin.
Got ourselves a match here, folks.
Both pieces of wood snap, and see you later, 7-10. Oh, he's down 9 pins.
9 for a tie, 10 to win.
He's going to have to convert.
It's a half blister. You're right, Dave. He's not out of it yet, but he's got to make it.
And not going to happen today, folks. Dennis Green will move on to the quarterfinals. Well, he will face the winner of our next match. Rich finishes with 106, but Dennis Green outlasts him with a 117.
The 15 seed takes off the 2 seed. You just never know in this game.
That's right.
That's right.
That's, we've said that before. The key is to just make the top 16, and anything can happen. So Dennis Green will advance with the win over Rich Cochi, and we'll be back to talk to our bowlers in just a moment. We are back with our bowlers from our first game of our show, and Rich, it was a good match, tough one though, tough one.
The 2-fill killed me.
Yeah.
I was right there. 2-fill got me. He bowled well. He made 2 clutch 9 drops in the first 2. That kind of gave him the edge.
Right. Yeah. He had a couple of frames. He had in the 7th frame. He knocked down 2 pins and was able to spare, and I have that marked down as a changing point.
That was big. That was a big shot.
Yeah.
So I wish him luck on next. I wish him luck on the next one.
Absolutely, you bowled well, but I think that where he got the 2 and was able to spare from that was a big turning point.
Sure was.
Well, good job. Good job. Dennis, nice win.
Thank you.
Nice win. You bowled very well.
Yeah, it was nice to get to start 2 9-pin drops right at the beginning. I pick them both up.
Right.
That helped me get going.
Right.
And it just sort of rolled from there. It was a good match, though.
Right. And like I said to Rich that spare off the first 2 pins was big.
That was big. It gave me a little boost I needed to carry through the end there.
Right. Right, and then Rich did come back. He had a spare in the 8th and the 9th frame, and he was right there.
Yeah, that tough 2-fill. They'll kill any bowler any time.
Right.
Yeah, that hurts.
Well, congratulations. You're moving on. You're going to face the winner of our next match, which is Rob Pigeon against Phil Clough. And we'll be back to talk to those 2 bowlers right after this. Welcome back, and we're with our bowlers for our second match today. First of all, we'll talk to Phil Clough. Phil, how you been bowling recently?
Not too good.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad I asked. I feel good about that. How about just now in warm-ups?
Now and then I throw a good ball.
Well, that's good. Well, hopefully you'll,
Throw a couple good balls in the match.
yeah, a few more good balls.
Yes.
Have you bowled against Rob before?
No, I haven't. I've seen him before, but I haven't bowled against him.
Okay. Well, hopefully you bowl well. Well, one thing I can tell you, Rob, you're coming off a knee injury. How is it feeling?
Right now, pretty good.
It's. I know we talked back in the spring. You had surgery, or were going to have surgery, right?
Yeah, I had just a knee scope. Just cleaned it out. I've had 4 of them, so.
Excellent, excellent. But it's feeling well now.
Yes.
How are you bowling?
Be honest with you, I've only bowled twice all summer, so we'll find out.
All right, a couple of guys that have made it to the TV show that aren't overly confident with their bowling. So we're going to see how that works out for both of them in just a moment. We'll be back right after this. We are back here on New England Candlepins at Fico's Bowladrome. Up first is Phil Clough on lane 16. And Phil knocks down 2 pins. I wonder when you ask guys if how they're bowling and they say they're not bowling well, if they're almost
If they're lying,
well,
Show the guy
sometimes,
nothing?
or they're dooming themselves.
sometimes that can happen. But no, I don't really know. Phil opens with a 7 though. Phil right in the pocket drops the 4-6. Oh, trying to cut the 6-pin into the 4.
I know he didn't get anything there, but that was a really good try at it. If he clips that wood, that's a makeable shot.
Yeah.
Settles for the 9. And Phil Clough, it needs to be said that he works harder for every pin than I've ever seen a bowler.
I would agree.
Nobody throws away less balls, any balls, like Phil Clough. He gives everything he's got on every single attempt, and he wears his emotions on his sleeve.
All right, getting our first look at Robbie. Pigeon drops 9, just a 3-pin. All over it.
Rob with a nice smooth single.
Rob from Franklin bowls here at Fico's Bowladrome, so he's very familiar with the house. High single of 171. That's a high triple of 435. Oh boy, did he just cherry the 2-pin?
That's the 2-pin, Dave. That's a quarter
That's
Worcester.
that's a tough break.
Quarter Worcester. Half Worcester, of course, being either the 2-8 or the 3 9-pins that you take out. They named it after the town in which the game was invented, Worcester, Mass.
Oh, picks up a great 10.
That is a really nice 10. That's how you bounce back from the quarter Worcester.
And he still takes the early lead by 5 pins after 2 boxes.
Yes, he does.
Phil right in the pocket again, drops 9, leaving just the 8-pin.
Wow. That's an amazing shot, because that initially didn't look like he was going to get anything out of that.
Phil finds the curtain on the second ball. Looking for the 10. Nope.
Well, let's see if he can get back on board.
See if he
here.
bounces right back. Phil in the pocket again, dropping 6. Leaving the 4, 6, 7, 10. Piece of wood by the 6 and 10. He's playing it. A little unfortunate to just get to 6 there. I thought for sure he'd get to 2.
Yeah, that's right, Dave. He really went almost where he wanted to, just on the left-hand side of that wood to try to snap something over off the sidewall, but really nothing to be had there. Just a tough break all around.
Looking to clean it up for 9, but it gets 8.
Better early than late, though. There's still a lot of room left.
That's right. Rob right back in the pocket, also drops 9. Just a 2-pin. Ooh, just missed.
If he had a duckpin ball, he might have made it.
Maybe.
Same spot.
Same spot. All right. Well, it didn't lose any ground. Still up 5. Rob taking his time. I think he likes lane 16 better.
Much.
Looking to convert for the spare. Almost. Leaving just a 3-5. Cleans it up for an 8 bucks. 10 bucks. He'll still gain 2 pins and count. That's always important if you don't get a mark. But it'll gain at least 1.
So after
Mark
4
Ritchie,
frames,
if you're watching, that's for you.
After 4 frames, Rob Pigeon has a 6-pin lead over Phil Clough.
Oh, Phil right in the pocket again.
Crushed.
Leaving just the 8-pin again. Second time in a row on lane 16. He makes it
There
this
it
time.
goes.
Another thing you'll notice about Phil, he wastes very little time. He's ready to go. For you kids watching at home, if you plan on throwing a million strings in your career, like Phil Clough has, you should probably pick up the pace a little bit. Phil's been around a long time. He's been on every TV show I think there has ever been. And that's where I'm going with that. He's just a mainstay in the game.
All right, Rob looking to get some action going here on 16. Crushes the pocket. Drops 8 this time. Leaving the 7-10. He's got some wood out towards the 7-pin.
Those 2 pieces of wood touched, I think, Dave, and that's going to be a big, big portion here. If he hits the red line, I think he's got this.
He could. Oh, and he does.
Nice pickup.
And you called it, Richie, right on the red line.
Finally right for once, boys.
Yep.
Put that on the board at home, okay? 1 for $1 million.
Looking for a good fill here.
That's a good
there
mix
we
of
go.
ball. At least he leaves the 4 horsemen right, though. That's not bad. It could be worse. You actually don't want this piece of wood to come up and touch the head pin, but it doesn't, so let's just sit there.
Looking to run it down. Ooh. Hits a 3-pin. He gets the 3-6 out of the way. Still leaves the 110. Love to get another pin because he's opposite an 8 box here. Increases lead. And he does. It's a 9.
Head pin jumped right over the 10. That could be a crucial pin down the line. We'll have to remember that one.
All right, through 6 boxes, we have Rob Pigeon at 64 and Phil Clough at 56. It's an 8-pin match. Phil's got some work to do on his third ball here. Leaves the 1, 4, 6, 7, 10. Looking to convert it. Oh, just unfortunate. He only got the head pin on it.
Some work to be done now.
Yep. Ideally looking for a big mark right here. Set yourself up, going in the last 3 frames into the pocket, leaves the check mark right.
We call it the check mark because from a vertical view, it looks like a check mark.
Oh, look at that break.
There's
There you
more than
go.
one way to skin a cat, isn't there, Phil Clough?
Phil hitting the 6-10 on it, and the looks like the 10 pin comes off the sidewalls there and
Yeah,
trips out
that's
the
exactly what
3-5. Raw Pigeon right in the 1-3 pocket. Drops 6. Gives a 4, 6, 7, 10. Probably gonna play the left edge there. Almost got the pin to come out of the heavens. Love to clean this up for a 10.
Yeah, 10s are nice out of the, I believe, like that.
And he was opposite of a 6 box, so he gained 4
It's a
pins.
very good 10.
So he will take a 12 pin lead going in the 8th box here, but he is opposite of Mark. All right, Robbie dropping 6, nope, 7. Leaves a 1, 3, 10. Oh, and he makes it look easy.
Big time shot out of Rob Pigeon.
Nice and light on the head pin, drives the 3 into the 10. Thing of beauty.
Textbook, Dave. Phil's got to take advantage of that mark. Just the 3.
Ideally looking to convert here. Playing the outside of the head pin. No, is he gonna get it?
7?
No. It's a heck of a bid. All right, last box here for Phil. Definitely needs a mark. Ooh. Wow. Drops 8, but he leaves the 9, 10. He's got some wood to play with. He's got some options.
Yeah, I like it by the 10 pin.
And Phil says, I like the left side.
Oh.
And doesn't go.
They only give me one. I'm only right once. Yeah,
see, I might have taken it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And just
So Robbie needs.
94 for Phil.
Probably doesn't need much. Just keep it on the lane, and you should walk away a winner in this game.
Needs 5.
And that'll do it right there.
Let's
That's-
keep it on the lane right there.
Yeah, you betcha.
That'll do it right there.
Yeah.
Misses the spear for good measure. Not that I say he was doing it on purpose.
Oh, nothing lost at this point because
Nope.
Rob Pigeon's going to move on.
That is right. It's just a matter of what the
Elite 8.
where he will face. I believe it will be Dennis Green.
Dennis Green.
Robbie right in the pocket again, throwing a great ball this match. All right, let's see if Robbie can cut the 5 over. Well, he gets the 5 out of the way. All right.
So, Rob Pigeon is going to advance with the 111-94 victory over Phil Clough. Little piece of history for you, 111. That was my dorm room number sophomore year in college. And we'll be back after this. We're back with our bowlers from our second game today. Rob Pigeon and Phil Clough. Phil, tough game there.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
Well, not pathetic. You made it to our TV show. You qualified. You were one of the top 16. You just had a tough game.
Well, it's always nice making it. But you want to do a little bit of showing than what I did.
Well, and Rob bowled very well as well. So you were up against a tough competitor.
Yes, yeah, Rob bowled pretty good, yes.
Well, we do appreciate it. I'm sure we'll see you again. We hope you come back out for the show next time.
I will.
So, excellent. Rob, great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, your next opponent will be Dennis Green. You'll be taking him on, but you bowled very well. I have, you had a number of marks there, but that 7-10 in split in the fifth frame was a huge one.
It was nice. I had help.
Yeah.
The wood helped. If it wasn't for the wood, it probably wouldn't have went.
Absolutely, but
That's part of the game.
Right, you're able to use it, so that helps.
Right.
So that's great. So you advance. You're going to take on Dennis Green. You
Yep.
moved on to the Elite Eight. So you take him on in our quarterfinal show. So congratulations.
Thank you.
So that'll do it for this show. I'd like to thank my co-hosts, Richie Myrick, thanks for the face, and Dave Chestercombe. And for our director, Matt Ferrara, I'm Jay Horrigan. We'll see you again on New England Candlepins.
This program was made possible by your Franklin friends and neighbors, good folks just like you. Thanks for supporting Franklin TV. And thanks for watching.